Alright, brother. This song's called God Stop Me, man. God stop me. God stop me from leaving and running away. Back into my wandering, he holds me here to stay. I feel his spirit on me, I feel it more extreme. The closer that I get to approach my destiny. God holds me when my anger rises up. Those murderous thoughts, blood boils, I get stuck. Yeah, allows little triggers, sometimes that feels like way too much. Yet she deflates my rage with a comforting touch. God keeps me from following my mind. Loony bins and prisons are filled up with my kind. I thank you for protecting me, you truly have a plan. Forgive me when my hatred gets a little out of hand. I want to stay close to you, yet I push you away. Like let me die in desolation, it's just better off this way. Yet you smother me with love and refuse to release. I was living in isolation, a true stranger of your peace. And God stopped me from my self-destruction. I was burning alive in my sinful corruption. I had fallen in love with my insanity. The enemy definitely had a hold of me. It was so much worse than it is right now. But God's spirit stopped me from falling further down. The healing isn't easy, but it's time to begin. So open up your heart and let God's love in. Second verse. God stopped me from acting like a maniac. I can't believe I've come this far whenever I look back. I was a troubled soul under demonic attack. Suicidal depression and emotions out of whack. Hypochondria, something was always wrong with me. Not just personality, I thought I had disease. Hyperventilation, too much anxieties. Tormented by the spirits, man, they whisper different things. At times they got the best of me, at times I couldn't breathe. God wants the best for me, but I just want to leave. Claustrophobic around people, I wish they'd leave me be. The kingdom of the enemy wasn't giving me up so easily. Demons scratching at my vision, showed me bloody imagery. Some of it was so bad right now I won't be mentioning. But God got a hold of me and is washing me clean. That's why I don't hesitate to tell you Jesus is the king. And God stopped me from my self-destruction. I was burning alive in my sinful corruption. I had fallen in love with that insanity. The enemy definitely had a hold of me. It was so much worse than it is right now. But God's spirit stopped me from falling further down. The healing isn't easy, but it's time to begin. So open up your heart and let God's love in. I wanted to give up on life, so long it'd been that way. Ever since I can remember, it was mockery every day. From the kids and the teachers, it was worse when I got home. I learned quick to love the isolation, it's just better off alone. I started talking back with the ghosts. I channeled and let them in. I was sitting and talking in tongues in the dark for hours upon end. I was letting that wickedness in and giving up all control. And loving the feeling of death that was buried and craving to comfort my soul. I was chanting under the moon, loving the graveyard blues, dancing with the spirit realm. Glad I wasn't like you, I did what they told me to do. Even if I was confused, I can't mention it all from rituals. You know how energy gets misused? My brain is still healing, and that's really all I can say. I was almost too far gone, y'all, beyond being saved. I could have danced into forever in that limbo of time, but Christ's love has awoken me, his truth is sublime. And God stops me from my self-destruction. I was burning alive in my sinful corruption. I had fallen in love with my insanity. The enemy definitely had a hold of me. It was so much worse than it is right now, but God's spirit stopped me from falling further down. The healing isn't easy, but it's time to begin. So open up your heart and let God's love in.